Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today I just want to briefly go over. I'm really excited. I received some packages from the UK, I believe. Yeah, from a company called Pearl-Daisy. I was actually researching. I decided to go back to covering. And Islamically as a Muslim woman, and I wanted to make sure that this time I did it. When I was younger, I even used to wear niqab and everything, but I wanted to make sure that this time around, um, I could please my Lord and also be happy myself with the materials that I had on. I didn't want things that were heavy. Um, I still wanted to be age appropriate. I feel like when I was younger, alhamdulillah to anybody who covers and wears abayas every day, but I know that there was just a certain way that I wanted to feel to be able to do this. And I know people will say, well, as long as you're doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that should be all that matters, and you are correct. However, I still feel that sisters need a certain way to feel once they get dressed. To still feel like a woman. To still feel that you're beautiful. And I wanted to still feel my youth. So I went online. I looked for some companies to see exactly how I could go about transforming my wardrobe after several years of not covering into Islamic wear, and I came across a site that I love, love, love. Pearl-Daisy.com. Pearl Daisy is fabulous. She is fabulous. The let me see if I can show you the card. I don't think it's gonna show up. I'll have to put the link up. There you go. That's how everything comes. I ordered hijabs and underscarves and even little trinkets like this just for extra design, fashion, I guess. Even though a lot of people don't like for you to say that. Um, Everything was individually wrapped. I ordered different hijabs like greens and pretty blues, almost purples, and they all pretty much look like this. If I well, I can rearrange them, but pretty much like this. And I love the material because it is so light. Oh, I wish I could just here, take it. Feel it for yourselves. It is so light. You could get wet right now, literally in a rain shower or jump in the pool somewhere. And this is the type of material you know you'll be dry very soon. Who doesn't want that? So this is definitely hijabs that are for spring, summer, fall. You can wear them all year long if you want to. But I definitely know for those hot months, for the months that you might not even want to go outside until sunset, yeah, these are the way to go. Pearl Daisy. Um, Another thing I wanted to show you that I just simply love, 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 love. I wish they had love buttons that I could just push, 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 and let the world know how excited I am. A lot of Muslim sisters, when they're covering, a lot of times, especially for new sisters, or not even new sisters, but yeah, I would really say a lot for new sisters because those are the ones who tend to have the clothing that doesn't really um adhere to Islamic law. And a lot of sisters create sleeves. Usually the type of sleeves that kind of look like socks without feet, so you just slide them on. Pearl Daisy sleeves took it up a notch. I can't really raise this shoulder. I've had several surgeries, and one of them was a shoulder surgery. So I have to try to show you like this. Okay, so this is the inside, of course. Let me flip it around. See this? See this? See this? Here you go. You can see it on this side better. See those sleeves? See this piece? arms in here. Stick your arms in here. Let them go down into the sleeve. I love these. They even have like the thumb loops, so you can wear it like this. I know a lot of sisters like to be covered as much as possible, so only the fingers are showing maybe, or you want to put on your gloves. I know some sisters wear gloves. However, if you need to wash a dish or wash your hands or anything else, you just simply unloop it, stick it in, even if you want to change your look, voila. But the point is that these sleeves are amazing, because I've already actually tried on long maxi dresses that I have with sleeves like this and a hijab, and guess what? I'm covered for the summer. That's something that's really important to me, because I want to still be able to wear as minimal as possible and still be pleasing to my Lord. So this is awesome, Pearl-Daisy. I am totally sold on these. I need them in every color. Um, Another thing that I invested in was a lot of underscarves. Now, a lot of sisters wear underscarves, but they're not always the right material for your hair. And for those who don't know, an underscarf is what a sister would wear underneath the hijab. So see, I have on a underscarf. And what I would say is that a lot of sisters, the material is something that you usually put on your hair, is something that will dry your hair out. It doesn't allow your hair to breathe. Um, what else? It's a lot of sisters complain that their hairline sometimes falls out, and they blame it on the kima, but it's not really the kima's fault. It's not the hijab's fault. It's the type of material that you're putting on your head. And on top of that, a lot of sisters, when you're doing your ponytails and all of that stuff, a lot of sisters pull so tight, the underscarf so tight, that it naturally breaks the edges off. What I love about this, see this hijab? The material doesn't even allow it to be that tight. What I really love about these, I'm gonna put it over, even though it's supposed to go under your scarf. I'm gonna put it over so I can show you. Oh, real quick. Bear with me because my shoulder is really killing me. Um, Look at this. Look at this. Underscarves with ear holes, ear pockets. Who doesn't love that? How many times have you put on a underscarf, sisters, and then you couldn't even squeeze your glasses in? You couldn't put your Bluetooth in your ear because your underscarf was tied down so tight and had your ears pinned down. Now you got a headache, or you might have a migraine. Pearl-Daisy has a solution, and it's so lightweight. So with this and a hijab, you're good to go. You don't even remember that it's on. And I know, like, a lot of sisters did, a lot of non-Muslims also did the hijab for a day. Mashallah, that was such a great event. Such a great event for people to really just have a day in the life of a Muslima. Really, um, for for dialogue to start, for people to be able to ask questions that they've always wanted to ask when they see a Muslim, but for some reason, because of the covering, they might seem afraid to speak. I really believe we should do those at least 2-3 times a year, people. I definitely think we need to promote that more often. But um I lost my train of thought. This is really, 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 really good. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is, they say that you're not really supposed to do a lot of fashion, but I believe that if you do things with the right intentions, um, who knows? Who who are we to say what is right or wrong? I know that hijabs, we were ordered to cover. I know that we were ordered to cover our heads and pull our clothing across our bosoms, but it doesn't necessarily say how we're supposed to do that, with what we're supposed to do it with. It doesn't necessarily say you have to wear bias. And so growing up, definitely, I'll talk about this later on in another video, but I just wanted to touch on it briefly. Um, there wasn't a lot of videos. As a matter of fact, we didn't have internet really. The AOL dial-up type stuff. Nobody was on the internet making videos about how to cover or how to be a good Muslim sister or how to have support. All these tutorials, I'm shocked now. The Muslims now, they have so much more access to support systems, whether you are home alone, never leave the house, or if you're out in the street every day. With the internet alone, you have access to so many sisters out here who have the same questions, have been through the same issues, and I hope that this will help somebody who's thinking about covering. If you're thinking that you might be too hot, that's where my train of thought was. Alhamdulillah. If you're thinking that it might be too hot, if you're thinking that you won't be pretty enough, what will you do, your hair, how will people accept you, put all that aside. Okay, life is short, and one thing I've learned about living in this life is that you will never please people. Never, ever, ever will you please people. There will always be somebody who is not happy with what you're doing, how you're doing it, when you did it, where you did it, why you did it, etc. So the main goal in life, I believe in my heart, is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to be happy in yourself, and to make sure that your family's happy. And even when I say family, me personally, I'm thinking like my son, my immediate family, the one that I take care of. Because there'll still be people even in your family that might not understand what you're doing, why you're doing it. They might not even understand your way of life. And the best thing that you can do is tell them if they're willing to listen, but they might not even be willing to do that. So you might just have to show them. And I think that's one of the reasons why I decided to cover again, because when I was having surgery the last time in February, I had nothing in my house of regular clothing that was going to fit over the bandages of my shoulder, my neck area, and to pull my arm in. And so I was looking for a buyer. Actually, I'm going to be very honest with you, and I haven't covered in a few years. And it was interesting to me. My son saw it. He says, "Well, Umi, why don't you just represent every day?" And you know, I realized, wow, he's watching me. He's really watching me. And yes, I prayed, and yes, I fasted, and yes, I gave zakat, and I did all those things that I was supposed to do, but there was something really important that I wasn't doing. And my son, I'm sure a lot of other people noticed it, but my son in my own home was aware of the fact that I wasn't covered. And mashallah, he actually loves me like this. So for me to go online and start looking for videos on how to properly cover, how does it feel to cover. I was putting in all types of stuff. African American women, who are Muslims, how do they cover? In America, just different things, because I didn't necessarily want to throw on a hijab and a baya. I wanted to still have my own individuality in my covering. There is a difference in me. And I still wanted to be able to bring that to the world and still please my Lord. So I am so happy to have come across Pearl-Daisy. I am a customer for life now. I hope that I can help somebody else be inspired to cover. I hope that I'm not perfect, and my journey is my journey. So my channel is definitely labeled correctly, Amira's Journey, and this is just a piece of my journey. It's an important piece, but it's just a piece of my journey. So I hope that as I live life, I can help others Come with me. I'm going to be making videos on events that I go to. There's a lot of things that I do that I don't really um discuss that much if you're not directly in my life. But I want to take you everywhere. I want people to understand that Islam is not something that has to be a secret, and a lot of people feel like it's a cult, and it's not. And so I want you to join me. Sorry, this was supposed to be just about Pearl Daisy's hijabs, but I want you to join me. There will be many more videos to come. 15 minutes. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Peace and blessings to all. Love you.